What's going down, everybody? It's your boy, That Guy Mile High, tuning back in for another reaction. And this time we got a fake cop pulling over a real cop. And assuming from the title, it doesn't end well. So we got to go ahead and see what this is all about. Before we jump into that, man, we got to go ahead and give a big shout out to all of the members. And we got a few new members as well. So we got Aaron Noel DiCarlo, who's a new member, and Mama Dukes, who's been a supporter for a long time, but she's finally a member again because she's been a member in the past. But shout out to the rest of the members. We got Taylor, Misty, Lynn Willows, Driver Thoughts, Mad Creeker, Lynn, Ryan Parks, Amy Jane Doe, Liz, Nugget, My Hood Life, and Gary Willis. Shout out to all the members, man. If you want a little bit of praise and a little shout out by your boy Mile High and all the videos, the lives, you know, pretty much all the content that we drop, go ahead and hit that join button down below. The 3 different options to choose from high members, really high member to the highest member. You know what I'm saying? $2.99, $4.99, and $9.99. And then we got the free $99 option, which is just hitting the subscribe button, hit that bell notification, and just be a part of the whole thing. We got moving and grooving, baby. 100K on the way. All right? And yeah, let's just jump into this, man. No more talking, no more, you know, waiting to see what's going down. Oh, let me turn this up because we started this and that had no sound. So there we go. Let's go.
So it sounds like you tried to pull over 3 people.
No.
That's not what I'm hearing.
So I get it, everybody makes mistakes, but fortunately you tried pulling over a cop, which is dumb. What were you gonna pull him over for? Just out of curiosity.
I wasn't trying to pull anybody. I'm not trying to impersonate no one.
Everything that is occurring right now is pointing that way. Not smart.
That is like,
you're gonna end
first off, who in their right mind would even think or even like wake up and be like, you know what? I think I'm just gonna go be a police officer today. Like, police officers have a hard enough job as it is to then want to be like, who want to, like, I just don't understand. Like, that the whole process, the whole mindset, or the mind. See, look, I can't even get it out. The whole mindset, the process, like everything that went through that man's head. I don't know how to comprehend that thought.
over something
Like,
stupid.
you go
just
pull
'cause you wanna
people
play
over
around.
today. Like, I got too much shit to do. I got way too much stuff to get done today to be trying to go be a cop. I'm just saying, if it ain't my job, I ain't trying to do it.
353, that copy is eastbound, correction, northbound on East Frontage Road by the Travel Plaza.
So now he gets caught using the lights. What?
353, can you confirm they stopped?
Behind him and activated the siren on his Jeep.
353, affirmative.
Bro, I'm out.
2 and I are 1023. All units, 23.
Oh, baby. All right.
Recording.
Bro, this dude was ballsy. Oh, and he's only 19 out here doing this dumb shit. Oh, he's an idiot.
And he's turning this fucking strobe light on, and he's got a siren. He curbs 2 cars, and then blows past them, goes through a red, and then he's just using this little light bar on top here with these sirens.
Go, Chief.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Wow, that's wild.
What's going on, man?
I was just driving home. I just got this thing off of Amazon.
What thing?
The siren.
And you try and pull people over?
No.
Well, you followed him a pretty good distance.
I followed him.
Yeah, I heard him all the way from 52.
And you try to curb 2 cars on 52nd Street and use lights and the sirens so they pull over and stop. You pull up next to them, and then you blow past them. That's your idea on you.
Wow, okay. So maybe he's just one of these knucklehead ass kids who just was like, you know what? I got a siren. People will get out of my way. And he was just trying to utilize the siren to just legitimately just have a better and quicker, you know, access to his destination, I guess. I don't know, but that's such a wild concept. Like, I was just, you know, just using my light bar out, you know, just chilling. You know what I'm saying? Bro, that's not on the driver's test. And your ass just took the driver's test because you're only 19. So you only had your driver's license for maybe 3 years. Sorry, the dog kept opening the door.
What'd you get off Amazon recently?
A siren.
Why?
I've always wanted one.
For what purpose?
PA system.
To do what?
Talking to it mostly. Kind of had a siren in it, and I didn't really know it had a siren.
the yellow and white bar?
That's amber.
Okay,
That's for construction.
so are you doing construction right now?
No,
So why do you have it on?
because I saw him behind me, and he had his hazards on. He's following me, so I turned him on. And I don't want to get hit.
So you kept him
You got any
on.
weapons on you? Stand up for me. Turn around.
He's an oddball. But I mean, he's not lying. They do use the amber lights for construction, so. And he looks like he's got that high yellow, or that construction yellow style shirt on. So he probably was just getting his ass off of work. Trying to rush to get home over here using that bar to fucking fly. Should have been like, I had to shit. I turned him on, bro. I was just trying to get to the house. I had to shit. You know? Who's got a... Bro... Okay, this is the second time that I've seen a Camaro just kind of in this random scenario of cops. Are they starting to... Like, I mean, I guess it's not like they don't already use Chargers and shit. I don't think I've ever seen them use Challengers. But they definitely use Chargers already. Never seen them use Corvettes or anything. Obviously, because those don't have 4 doors. So... But why would they have a Camaro? Because that's only 2 doors. You can't fit nobody up in that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? You can't fit nobody in that motherfucker. Anyways, I was just trying. They keep seeing all these like police car
I'm going along, and all of a sudden I notice
Camaros.
this guy's like flying, and he's coming up behind cars and making them move over to the shoulder with the siren, and then they pull over and stop, and then
Does he
would
stop behind him?
Yeah, he would pause and stop, and then accelerate around him and take off with the siren, and then he would race up behind the next car and make that one pull over and curb. And then same thing, he'd race around it.
Okay.
So then I'm trying to get up on the side of him to see if I could get a look at him. I wrote down his license plate, I turned my radio on, and as I get up next to him, he slows down, pulls behind me, turns the siren on, and I move into the lane next to him, and then he blows past me.
Okay.
So when he came up to a red light, I looked at him, and I'm like, pull over and stop, and then he takes off, and he ran 2 red lights.
Okay. What red lights do you
because he
run?
knew he was fucked up. He knew he
This
fucked
one?
up.
So this one here for sure. And
Coming
then,
northbound or
So eastbound.
and then into the
he turned
northbound?
red, and then he made the left, and then the other one that he ran was 104th and 52nd.
Okay.
So you're not only gonna get charged with impersonating a police officer, but you're probably gonna get charged with running reckless driving.
I mean,
red
that's
lights.
it. I mean, you gotta look at it from our perspective, you know. It's, and then the other way to look at it too is if it's got shitty brakes, but you got the time and money to put light bars and whatever on it, then you should put the money into the brakes. I mean, unfortunately for you, you just happen to be, this guy happened to be right there going home from work. So,
I'm concerned too because there's if you look in his back seat, he's got more LEDs that aren't installed yet. He's got like a full package back there.
Does it look like it's red and blue or just...
I can't tell because with our LEDs now, I mean they could be any color.
That's true.
I can't tell what color they are. It might say on them.
Damn.
he's got a
And most
full
LEDs
siren
you
in
can
there,
do,
one
they
that's
can
up on
go
it.
from whatever color you want them. You can change them to whatever color you
At
want.
least, because he said he stopped behind them for several seconds and then sped off.
Yeah, he would curb them, and then he didn't get out and make contact with them, but he would curb them and then speed around them.
Okay. 2 people and then he tried to do it to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
it's way quicker than
Oh, bro. He's an idiot.
I don't know why it took me.
What's with the red lights? One of the red lights.
What red light?
This one, and then the one on 104th and 52nd Street.
I was like 100 feet maybe before the red light, and
Did you have your siren on when you were going through the red light?
I don't know. I had my horn on, I think.
What horn?
A little like,
The air horn?
yeah. Because like my brakes are shit on this thing, and like I can't really stop very good on it.
But
So,
you, that's so like he's hella. But my brakes is shit on this thing. You know, it don't stop very well. But that goes right back to dude's point where he said, "Bro, you've got the money to put light bars and all this extra electronic shit on here, but you can't fix your brakes, player. You got your priorities messed up. Priorities is not straight."
Stop real quick. So I just kind of like hit the air horn. And I don't know. I just got it today.
So it sounds like you tried to pull over 3 people.
No.
That's not what I'm hearing. I'm hearing that you got behind him, hit your light and your horn, put him to the curb, stop behind him for several seconds, and then sped around him.
No, I didn't do that.
That's not what I heard.
No, I would never do that.
So what are you doing?
I just got the siren today. It
For what
literally
purpose?
came from Amazon today.
You set a whole light bar that's not rigged out.
I'm literally not trying to impersonate no one.
Yeah, I truly believe that because he's
You know
not
when
doing
you're
a good
pulling
job
people
at it. He's
over
not
with
dressed
the light
up.
flashing,
He's
it is
19
impersonating, right?
and stupid.
I wasn't
That's
trying
pretty
to
much the
impersonate
end of
no
that
one.
one.
Like, I'm not in I don't have a uniform. I don't have any firearms. I really love you
Agreed.
guys. I really honestly do. I'm not trying to impersonate no one.
Unless you got some shit
no one.
hidden in the fucking back seat.
So what were you gonna do with this other light bar that's in here?
That's the other thing. I was gonna mount it. I just picked that up from my dad's house. It's from a racing lawnmower that I built for the high school. It used to go on the Clover. It's orange.
What about these lights up here? They could be construed as, they look like they could strobe, and they're white.
Those are white strobe lights.
You understand where we're going with this, right?
Right, I understand. I really fucked up.
He's like, we'll drop a couple hints for you.
What were you
player.
gonna pull him over
We
for?
think
Just
your
out of
ass is
curiosity.
I
lying.
wasn't trying to pull anybody over. I got it today.
So what were you following him for then?
I was just driving. And I know
Where were you headed to?
Unit Grove. I was just messing with the different sounds on the siren because I live in a residential area, and I thought, like, I don't know. I should have. I don't know. I didn't know where I could really play with it.
You understand? Okay.
Bruh, there's nowhere for you to really play with it at all. There's a reason why. First off, emergency vehicles have their own dedicated set of colors of lights that they're supposed to be using, and the the strobing and all that. It's all like specific to police officers and emergency vehicles and shit. And then you got your construction vehicles who use specific style of lights and colors and everything else because it's construction and it's easy for regular human beings like myself and yourself to go ahead and differentiate the two. So you could be like, oh, there's somebody pulled up over here at the top. Oh, there's, whatever. There's an emergency going on. Let me get over. Let me get out of the way. You know what I'm saying? Or construction up there. Let me go ahead and merge and get into my other lane or whatever so that I'm not, impeding and stopping traffic and shit. Like, there's so many, like, bruh, like, I just don't understand why you would even think that was it's not a good idea. Like, if you're not getting light bars because you're, like, going, fucking riding trails in the dark and all sorts of, like, whatever, like if you out in the mountains and you got some light bars and you doing your thing and you know what I mean, that's a whole nother story, bro. Maybe you got maybe you got a whole bunch of land, maybe you got some acreage, you know what I'm saying, you got some acres you can fuck around on your private property. But bruh, don't bring your lights out into the real world of regular people, because we already have standardized things that we need to do and know to do to get out of the way of whether it's construction, police officers, emergency vehicles, whatever the case may be. We already know what those things mean. So by you even trying to, I was just playing with him, man. I was just playing with him. Is you just being ignorant. Like, that's what bottom line is. I don't think that he was really out there with real intention to do anything necessarily wrong. I don't think he was out there trying to impersonate a police officer or trying to pull people over. Excuse me. But I do think he's an idiot. I do have to throw that out there. I do think you're an idiot, bro. I don't think that you thought this shit all the way through when you got those light bars. I think you just go be a police officer. Just go to the academy, bro. Just go to the academy and you could do all this legally.
Not only
I'm
is
sure
it
they would
something
take yourself. You know what I mean? You look kind of like a
straight
cop.
out say it's stupid.
Even gonna lie, he looks like a
You're
cop.
not armed, right?
No. Got that cop look.
What happens if you try? I'm just saying, I'm not accusing you of
Even his
anything right now,
demeanor.
okay? But what would happen
He's
if
too
you try to pull the wrong?
too relaxed around cops right now, bro. Arms folded, legs folded, linked up against the car, and you just got pulled over because a cop thought you was trying to pull him over and then thought you was trying to pull over other people as well, and you blew through 2 red lights, and you are too relaxed, sir. Yeah, you already fit in with these niggas.
Over who had a gun.
You fit in with
does
these
not
niggas.
like police.
You are one with
He
police.
gets out and starts shooting. Guess what? You have no way of defending yourself. Nevertheless, that this is a crime for you impersonating a police officer. You know that, right?
I'm not trying to impersonate no one.
Everything that is occurring right now is pointing that way.
It definitely is, sir.
It's not smart.
Yeah.
You're going to end up getting yourself hurt over something stupid just because you want to play around.
Facts.
How long are you on probation for? A year. And when does it end? I got put on probation.
Intimidating a
April,
victim.
January, February, March. Of this year?
April of this year.
Dude, I see this every single day. If you're on probation for whatever the case is,
And I'm sitting here drawing attention.
you should literally be going to work, going home, and that's it. You shouldn't be going to any bars. You shouldn't be going anywhere after whatever. Guys do stupid stuff all the time. We just had a guy yesterday. He was out on probation and whatever else, and the guy.
That shit is so real too. Like when you on probation, bro, just stay out the way. Just stay out the way, bro. Like when you're on probation, you know, it's not as bad as being on like parole. It's definitely not as bad as being on parole. But it kind of like just you should follow the same rules. That's the only reason I bring that up. Like the way that people who are on parole act, where they go to work, they go home, they stay the fuck out of everybody's business, and they stay to themselves, unless you know the ones that are just habituals and they're institutionalized and their ass is going back to jail anyway because that's where they're comfortable. You know, exclude those people. I'm talking about the ones who actually come back out and try to be fucking productive. You know, like they stay out of the way, bro. Like that's how people on probation. You may have a little bit more, you know, leeway and leniency and shit, but the reality is you should still operate the same way as if your ass was on parole and you could go back to jail any motherfucking day. Because the reality is when you're on probation, you still have a case lingering over your head. You know what I'm saying? You still are facing some shit if you get in trouble again. You know what I'm saying? That shit's still a little cloud raining on you, motherfucker. Like, chill out. Just go to work, go home. Go to work, go home. You know what I'm saying? Like, just stay out the way. It was 1 year, bro. It was 1 year. You had 12 months to just not get in no goddamn trouble. That's it. Like, that shit's wild. Like, now he's even stupider, bro. He's getting dumber and dumber as we kind of go through this. I feel like my IQ points is going down.
To go to the bar with his old lady, and guess what? Now he's gonna go to prison for 3-4 years because, you know, it's like, just stay at home.
I get it.
I mean, I get you have a life, and I get you're 19, but, you know.
I work 3 jobs.
Right, I get
That's
it.
the
but,
point.
You know,
is you're 19, you have a lot of life to live, so don't fuck it up before you even get to started, player.
at the end of the day, you know, your decisions in the past
do affect your future.
Brought you to here, so it's like you just need to stay home, stay out of trouble, not go anywhere, not do anything.
Reputation.
So here's what I think happened, okay? I think you got this new light today, and it's cool. You got a new light, you got a new siren, it's fun.
Yeah.
Then you realize you turn it on and people pull over for you like you're a cop. So you thought, hey, this is kind of fun. I'm going to pull behind them like a cop, because you like the cops, that's great. And then, well, maybe I probably shouldn't go far with this, but that was cool, and then kept going.
Yeah.
Is that about right?
Yeah.
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 It's
Be honest. There you go. We already all know what happened, bro. We all agree. Like, I already said it. I don't think that you went out intentionally trying to do anything stupid. You just found yourself doing stupid shit. That's just what it is, bro. And I think the best thing he's done so far is just, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You right, sir. Yes, sir. Like, yeah.
trying to be a
Your
cop.
ass is dumb.
I like you guys. I really do.
So
You guys are
go to
awesome.
the
You guys do
academy,
good work.
idiot.
Even though it's been
Oh,
arrested.
wait. You can't
I
now.
have never changed my view on you guys at all.
Well, that's
I
fantastic,
was
but
on the Racine County Sheriff's Explorer post as a kid. I've always dreamt to be. I don't know.
you've always wanted to be a cop.
Yeah.
Just didn't work out for you.
No.
And it happens. Unfortunately,
It
some
happens.
people just doesn't work out. But tonight, you were trying to act like you were a cop a little bit, right? Right? It's not,
And
you
now
were
you're in
like, hey,
trouble.
I'm gonna go full blown here.
Impersonating
We're
a
gonna
cop.
pull
No,
someone over, get him out of the car.
Right.
But a little part of you,
Right.
You're like, I have a light on, I have a siren. They pulled over for me. It's like I'm a cop right now, right?
And unfortunately, one of those cars was a police car.
And that's why we're here today.
You're an idiot.
So you essentially.
The reality is though, all it would have took was for one of those citizens to get his license plate number, report him. Hey man, somebody tried to pull me over but didn't pull me over. Not really sure what that was. Report his license plate. Because had you not got caught today, the reality is you would have went back out doing the dumb shit because you would have been like, oh my God, it was so fun. I got away with it. You know, like that's human nature. Like when we get away with shit, like we all are attracted to, you know, the thrilling things in life. You know what I'm saying? Whatever that thrill is to every person, because everybody's, you know, thrills aren't necessarily the same. But he would have got a thrill out of it. He would have had an adrenaline rush. He was probably having an adrenaline rush when all that shit was going down. He was having the time of his life, you know. So he would have went back out and did it if he wouldn't have got caught. That's just the bottom line. He would have did it again. And like I said, eventually you would have been caught. And the reality is it probably would have been fucking worse had you continued to keep doing it. So the fact that you were caught the first time and you're now kind of just admitting the fact that you were doing some dumb stuff is probably the best thing for you, player. Like,
Pulled over
that's probably the
somebody
best
as
thing
a
he's
cop,
done yet.
but you're not a cop. Does that sound right?
He's an idiot for sure.
We understand what you're saying, that you're
It's
not
grade
getting out,
A
you're not IDing
stupidity.
people, you're not
Right.
doing all that, but you can't
And his
stop cars
smug
like
ass smile too, bro.
Especially, you pull somebody over and they think you are a cop. You're not ready for that, are you?
Facts.
Somebody gets out of the car and comes after you. You're not trained for that, right? You're not ready for that, right? And then what happens? And then somebody that doesn't like the cops and they think you are a cop and they get out and they come back after you. What do you think happens?
That's real shit, man.
Gonna get killed.
Maybe.
Or hurt. That's
You
real.
never know.
Get hurt.
You
And that's
never
the
know.
problem with people
Look,
that
98% of traffic stops probably go to plan. You know, they go the way they're supposed to. Tickets are issued, whatever, warnings, whatever. Everybody goes about their day. But there is those random ones, bro. There are people who just are like, no, I don't like cops. I'm not going back to jail. I'm not dealing with you, motherfucker. I'm not having it. And they will go out of their way to, you know, either get away or try to do harm. So yeah,
are not
he's-
cops acting
he's
like
not
they are.
lying, bro. He's
you're not
lying.
trained or prepared for it. See how that's a problem? Not to mention, in the past, there have been people who are trying to pretend they're cops for bad reasons.
Right.
You obviously tonight didn't do anything further than pull behind them like you're doing a traffic stop. But how do we know that in another mile, the next car you pull over, you're like, you know what? They think I'm a cop. I'm going to play this one out further. I'm going to go up and
Facts.
we don't know.
See?
We don't know you.
Yep.
You see how that's a problem?
Yep.
Does that make
I'm
sense?
saying he would have got the thrill
So,
and kept going.
You
He
having a
would've
little bit
pushed
of fun
the limits.
tonight with your new light and siren very well could have ended poorly or
Yeah.
differently, or had we not stopped you, who knows what could have happened. We don't know.
Could have been
Facts.
seriously hurt, yeah.
Correct.
So all this is going to be is that it's going to be documented, okay? What it sounds like is that there's no charges that are going to be pressed, okay?
Oh, he's lucky.
But if you're caught
What?
in any way, shape, or form doing any type of action like this before, because it is illegal if you're not actively in a construction zone doing construction things, you are not allowed to have any type of strobes on. Even tow trucks, if they're not technically towing a vehicle, they cannot have their strobes on,
Facts.
okay? So if you
That's
are
why you don't
caught
see tow trucks just randomly
any
riding
fashion,
around with tow lights
using
on.
any type, even with no lights, just beeping the siren,
Unless they're actively in the
probably gonna
process
get
of
arrested.
trying to tow a car, towing a car.
all right? So if that's the case, if there's no charges that are going to be pressed against you, then you're lucky.
He is
I'm doing
lucky,
so.
bro.
I really am doing it. I just got that 9 months.
What I suggest that you do, honestly, you have no need for any of these.
I really do.
Sell
Head
them. Get rid of them.
Facts.
Don't get yourself caught up on this. All right? I know it's fun. When I was
They are giving him just advice and just like, you know what, we're gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. He is so lucky, bro. Like, he is just lucky. We're just gonna leave it at that. The luck meter was on his side today. God,
I was in the CB club, and I had the PA system and everything. This was in Chicago, so
Right.
imagine what would have happened if I messed with the wrong person. I definitely would have gotten shot. But, yep, I messed around too, but
He's
So,
having a definitely got
Question for you. Would you be willing to allow us to search your car?
I don't think it's really necessary.
Okay.
He has something in
You
the
guys
car.
want to search it?
Well, so just, I guess our concern is to make sure that you don't have a badge you bought from Amazon or something like that.
I do.
Okay. All right. Let me get out of the road here.
Oh, bro, they're about to find other shit.
All right. So,
He's
to read
going
you your
to
rights
jail.
before we get a statement from you.
He's
You have the right
going
to
to
remain
jail.
silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law.
He's going to
You have the
jail.
right to talk to a lawyer and have him or her present with you while you are being
What's up,
questioned.
little girl?
If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before any questioning if you wish. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements.
Go potty.
Do you understand each of these rights as I have explained them to you? Having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to us or give us a statement?
Yes.
My niece.
Am I under arrest or detained? I'm detained.
You're detained.
Yeah.
What time, you work in the morning? What time do you work in the morning? 7. All right.
I gotta be at the shop at 7.
What's that?
I gotta be at the shop at 7.
Okay. So I'm gonna be honest with you. We're calling your PO right now, and we're gonna let them know that you were using the siren. We're gonna let them know that you were at a bar. That you weren't drinking. That you blew zeros. That you've been cooperative. But we're also gonna do a summons. As of right now, it's just gonna be a summons for impersonating a police officer.
Which means
It's a misdemeanor. Okay.
Dang,
PO
that sucks.
I know
He
what
thought he
your
was,
PO is gonna do.
hey,
He's gonna wanna hold you
luck
out. That's up to him.
fell off at his side.
But I'm being honest with you because you've been honest and cooperative with us.
absolutely.
Okay.
Try to work with me.
Yep. So let's just have a seat back on the bumper. Once we hear back, we'll let you know, okay? 10-4. So they decided they're gonna hold you.
Oh, that sucks. Oh, we thought he was getting away. We thought he was lucky, but no. No, sir, you're not lucky. Your PO said, not today. Take his ass in. He was doing what? Take his ass in. See, this is why you need to just operate like your ass was on parole. Fuck just being on probation. You should have just had the mindset like, oh, man, I could go do time if I get in trouble. Because that's the reality. Oh, man, he's a dummy. Hold on one second. My niece is calling. Yes, mama? Yeah, that sucks.
You can have a seat at that brown chair.
Well, we ain't making it to the shop by 7.
Step up. We'll go over there.
What? Okay.
Straight ahead to that silver desk on your right.
Impersonating a police officer, misdemeanor, cited for violation of red traffic light and unlawful siren and horn. Or horn. $2,500 signature bond. Yeah, on probation hold. See, because once you get in trouble, bro, like you're on
good luck to you,
probation,
Sam.
that's what it is, bro. He was still facing time. Like he was still dealing with that particular charge when the judge was like, you're on probation. I can guarantee you, the judge also said, while you're on probation, if your ass gets in any sort of trouble that causes you to come back to this courtroom for any reason, you will do the time that you were supposed to do for this original crime as well, on top of whatever that is that you are brought back in for. So yeah, he's about to be sitting down. He's about to have a bad, next couple years, all because of a few minutes of having fun. So just make smarter choices, people. That's all that's the moral of the story. Make smarter choices. Don't impersonate a police officer trying to pull over police officers. Anyways, man, let me know what y'all thought about that in the comments below. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.